What are we doing today, cameraman?
Changing oil.
On what?
The Mustang.
The Mustang. Changing oil on the Mustang. Join along. We are at time to change the oil. We're going to run a little bit of an oil analysis on it. We've got our oil analysis kit here. You know, comes with the shipping label in the bottle. So, we're going to take an oil sample today. We're going to go ahead and run an engine flush, just for fun. We don't have a clue what was done to this car before we got it. Bought the AMSOil EA filter. It's a 25,000 mile filter, 98.7% efficiency at 20 micron. Now we're going to put AMSOil XL motor oil in it. This is their middle of the road boosted performance oil. It's a 520 oil. This is good for up to 12,000 miles or 1 year. Let's do an oil sample. First thing we're going to do, this is the plastic tubing came with the oil sample kit. What you got to do, first off, you got to take the car, drive it around, get it warmed up. You don't want the sediment left in the bottom of the pan. You want to make sure that you get everything up into the oil and suspended. So we drove the car around, it's up to operating temperature. First thing we're going to do, grab that Willard, take our dipstick out. How long a tubing do I need? Let's see, how long a tubing do I need? All right, Willard, give me that. You don't need any more tubing than you need dipstick. If you don't have oil at your dipstick line, then you got a problem. So we're going to go ahead, we've got our dipstick out. We're going to mark out the length of our dipstick. So all we need for the engine is that. Now, what we'll do, so we got plenty of tubing here and we don't want to waste it. You want to kind of take this stuff and, you know, just straighten it a little bit. Try to keep it clean. Oops. Take this and you're going to run it right down the dipstick till the mark lines up right there. Now we know we're in the oil. The only other thing you need is enough tubing to put in your pump and go down into your bottle. So we need about this. We're going to take the razor, just take this, you're going to unscrew the nut on the top of your gun, slide it through. You have to go about that far in. Doesn't need to be real deep. But the thing to note about these pumps, the pump's providing vacuum into your bottle, which is going to pull oil through your tube. The oil should never touch the top of the suction gun. It should never come into contact with this because you want to keep it clean. You don't want to contaminate your samples. Got our clean bottle. This is how it was shipped. We haven't even opened it. You can see it's got a fill line on it right there. And we're going to get started. Tap off. Keep it clean. Put our bottle in. Yes, snug. And we're going to start pulling oil. We got our mark there, so we know that our tube is in the oil. And there it goes. You don't need to keep pumping because you can see there's a stream just coming down in right now. Pull one big pump. Be careful not to shake it now. You want to be ready. What you want to do is as soon as it hits that fill line, break your seal. And we're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Don't really need much, so we give it one small little pump. And we're there. So as soon as you hit your fill line, break your seal. You hand this to your cameraman. Let that drip a little. Hand it to your cameraman to put the lid on. Then I'm going to take a towel, wipe the excess oil off the tube so I don't contaminate my sample gun. Loosen the nut. pull the tube out. Yeah, you're good and clean, nothing ever contacted that. That's how you want to keep it. If you do happen to, you can always wipe it out. I've seen people pound them apart, but if you get oil up in here, it'll come right up into this body and it can really contaminate it. So take your tube out. So a couple things to think about here. If you're not getting oil and you're the length of your dipstick, first off, did you have oil in the engine enough to get the tubing into the oil? If not, don't just keep shoving the tube down into the oil. If you do, it'll coil up in the pan of the engine and get caught up. So if it isn't sucking oil, you know you're at a good level, you know that the dipstick is the same length. What you want to do is just pull this out, try to straighten it as much as you can. That'll help it not come into the engine and kind of curl up and get up out of the oil. If you put too much tube in, like I say, it'll come up out of the oil possibly, can get caught up, and then that's a whole big pain. So hang that above the drip pan, let the oil drip out of it. And we're going to do an oil change now. Actually, no. And we're going to do an engine flush now. Let's put our dipstick back. Dipsticking. Ooh, big dipsticking. Alright. Next steps we talked about. We are going to go ahead and run the AMSOIL engine and transmission flush, just because this car's got about 164,000 miles on her. And we don't know anything that's been done to it. Dump this entire bottle into your engine, let it idle. Do not go drive it around, do not put a load to it. Let it idle for 10 to 15 minutes. This has got a lot of detergents in it. What it does is it helps break up the carbon inside the engine, break up the oil and the sludge, deposits it down into your oil. So once you do this, then you're going to basically go ahead after your 10 minute idle, 10 to 15 minute idle, you're going to do an oil change. It's that simple. So let's go ahead and dump it in. Start this thing up. Take our funnel. Get back in 10 to 15 minutes. Wee, wee, wee. Wee. Oh, hey, 15 minutes is up. There you go, we got the cameraman. Yes? Really?
What?
What are you listening to?
Yep.
Is that your favorite theme song?
Oh, yes.
What? Okay, hey, shut this thing off. Like that. You ready? Let's go do an oil change. Is that how that works?
Yep.
He thought he'd give himself a raise, folks. Can you put that under the car so we can get going? Come on, seriously. Hey, this thing's not going to do itself.
Cheers.
Look at that, all sealed up for freshness. Yeah, because we're probably gonna, when we get the oil sample results back, we're gonna cover that on a video. It'll be a separate one, but just to prove we won't run in junk filters. Good Wix filter here, you know, not a junk brand, good stuff. You can actually buy those through AMSOIL as well. Thing I gotta say, you gotta love these big open top bottles. They pour fast. long as your engine can take it fast enough. Check oil. That's a wrap. Alright, time to pack up our oil sample. Anyhow, you're going to fill out your form here. This is how it comes. Pull this label off. Put it here on your bottle. So you got something to send to them. Tear this off for your records. And so you know, instructions here guide you through filling out all the form. Pretty simple. Throw it here in the, throw your paper down here. It's on good and tight. Put it in the bag. This label here. Seal it up. Mail. It's going to go to Oil Analyzers Incorporated at Indianapolis. You got your tracking stuff on here for you to track. We selected for the email response. And that's it. It's ready to go. Alright folks, that's a wrap on the video there. We completed the oil change on the Mustang, changed over to the AMSOIL products. Did an engine flush, showed you guys how to do some oil sampling. If you want to know more on any of our AMSOIL products that are available, going over to our other website here, scamsgaragelubricants.myamsoil.com. We'll also put a link to this site down in the comments. First off, everything on here is full retail price, so if you scroll all the way to the bottom, go ahead and click this to learn more here and sign up to be a preferred customer, and that'll get you 25% off everything on the site. So go ahead and do that first off. As far as shopping for things, you can do it by equipment. We'll just kind of show you here a few things. Go on over here. Slow internet. You got all kinds of categories depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for ATV, UTV, dirt bikes, off-road, different things, marine, AMSOIL's got you covered on everything. So go ahead and click the. You can learn a little bit more about all the products here. Or you can come up here and click Look Up Vehicle, Auto, Light, Truck, depending on what you're looking for. Plug in your model, not ours, and hit Find Products. This will list everything for our sake, the 2002 Ford Mustang with a 4.6. Give you everything that's recommended for it. You look here, you've got all your viscosities, capacities, all the vital information you need during an oil change. So like I said, these are full retail prices here. So click on that, sign up as a preferred customer, we'll get you a discount there. What we did today was the middle of the road here. This is their XL boosted oil. Got the AMSOIL filters, got air filters, you name it. Engine and transmission flush, this was also featured today here. Like I say, they've got all kinds of good products there. Let's go out. If you're looking for the oil sample kits, I'm going to head out here to other products. Right down here, oil analysis service kits. The one we did today was this full kit up here. Obviously, these are mailing, as postage is included there on that kit. They got a few different options here. If you're looking for just maybe you want to see where your oil additive packages are at, you can come down here and pick out a few cheaper ones. You can do coolant testing, diesel fuel contamination. Anyhow, you can see it. I don't need to read it all to you. Alright, you can see a lot of good information out there on the AMSOIL page. If you got any other questions, feel free to contact us here. Just click the Contact Us link. It'll drop you down here. Click it again. Shoot us a quick email in here. Drop some comments in the video. If you got any questions, we'll try to answer everything as soon as we possibly can. And as always, we really appreciate y'all watching the video. And that's it. We're out.